What's up, beautiful people? It's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking this video and it's titled Hateful and Ugly. Sussexes fan base sends death threat to Sean Lennon over Prince Harry jab. For real? Is this real? Interesting. I'm excited to check this one out to hear what they've got to say. Let's check it out.
Now let's talk Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They're going to be missing from two big events on the society calendar this year. They have been left off the invite list for the second year in a row for Trooping of the Colour. That's on next week. And the King's official birthday. They will not be making an appearance at the most exclusive wedding of the year, despite Harry's close relationship with the groom, the Duke of Westminster. Are they being frozen out, Kinsey?
I mean, I think that that's a no-brainer, but Rita, what I think is so interesting about these two stories specifically that you point out, not being invited to trooping and the confirming that he's not appearing at the wedding. This is Harry's camp releasing this information, likely to garner sympathy from the American audience. Someone from Harry and Meghan's team has continuously briefed People magazine since that publication, and that publication alone attended the Nigeria trip alongside of them. And this is solidifying the divide between Harry and his family. The palace won't have anything to do with these two waterspouts if they can continue to leak information.
Yes, exactly. How would you trust somebody that can't keep their mouth shut, especially with private conversation of the family? Like, make it make sense. If somebody constantly is selling your family out to the public or selling your private conversation to the public, well, how would you trust them? No, if nobody wants to associate themselves with the Sussexes, there is a reason. And yeah, they are concerned about their private conversations, so it doesn't get leaked. Because you know, some innocent conversations you can have as family and stuff, and then 1 minute is aired out. That's why when people say the walls have ears, I beg, nobody walls get ears. The walls no get ears. How the walls want to talk if not be person you tell? You obviously told somebody your business, or you obviously told somebody something, and the person is the one leaking the information, or the person is the one sharing the information. Obviously, when you say, I want to tell you something, no, but not tell somebody, or not tell this person in English. When you say, I want to tell you something, or there's something I want to tell you, or there's something I want to talk to you about, but please don't share it with somebody else, or don't share this information with anybody. And then all of a sudden the information gets out. Now the world share them, because I don't know any word that can speak except human being's mouth that speaks. Let's even leave the royal family aside. We as human beings, we know if we tell somebody something, or a private information about us, or private conversation about us, and the person leaks it out, or somebody tells our little secret that we don't want people to know about, would you trust the person again? No, you wouldn't. So what is the rage about? They have every reason to not to want to associate themselves with the Sussexes, and they are right for it. I don't know anybody who would say, well, this person leaked my private secret now. Wait, now normal thing. Really? Once bitten, twice shy. Remember. Because tell me, if a snake beats you, would you go back to say, oh, well, the snake was just innocent, and maybe he did not mean to bite me? Okay. I rest my case there. Let's continue.
That is a very good point. I mean, they could just be being tested here. Let's see if they stop leaking to the media against the family. And perhaps if they can go a few months without doing that, they'll be back in the good books a little bit and be invited to some of these events. And finally, we're talking about Harry, and after Sean Lennon gave his 2-word review of Prince Harry's memoir, the 2 words were "spare me," he's now receiving death threats online. Poor Sean, this is John Lennon's son. He tweeted, "I've had 3 to 4 death threats since making fun of Harry's book title," and then later saying it was justified because he's an idiot and that he and I both deserve to be mocked. Yay, internet. I thought Sean's comments, and we did discuss them on this program, were really quite measured. And as you mentioned, they've got a similar experience. They both lost a parent at a young age in tragic circumstances. And he read that memoir with that context, and I think he wasn't particularly harsh in his judgment afterwards, was he?
No, absolutely not. And it came from a place of jest and innocence. And one of Harry and Meghan's fans tweeted him, "Mark David Chapman should have dealt with your father before he had a chance to blank you out of his womb." Mark David Chapman murdered December of 1980. So Harry and Meghan, the tolerance couple, the live, laugh, love couple, I feel like this fan base is a true reflection of who they are. And they need, I mean, look at the Kate conspiracies. They need to get these people in line if they want people to change their opinions of them, because this fan base is hateful and ugly.
But for real, this don't make sense. Let's just be honest. Their fan base sending death threats or whatever, it don't make sense, because I mean, these are just human beings. And honestly, I've said it before, like sometimes with all of the celebrities or all of these people with public image or public figure, it is mostly their fans that are causing some sort of chaos or whatever, or disunity or whatever amongst these people, or sometimes wanting to jam their heads to get against each other. This don't make sense. Honestly, it doesn't. But yeah, just like what was said here, if honestly the Sussexes can keep their mouth shut and respect their family private information, private conversations, and hopefully the private conversation don't get leaked out, then the family can trust them. But I don't know anybody who will trust somebody who obviously can't keep a secret or can't keep your private conversation like to themselves when it is meant to be private, or some private details or private information when it's meant to be private. I don't know anybody who is going to trust that person wholeheartedly, because I mean, once bitten, twice shy. And that is how it is. This is outrageous, and honestly, this victim mentality is not making sense. I don't know anybody who would, because I honestly, lots of people have dealt with or faced one thing or the other, but not everybody is living that victim mentality or making their life all about their experience. I mean, at some point you have to grow up, and that is how life is. It don't make sense. It's continuously living in victimhood, or living like, oh, you're the only one that have experienced one thing or the other, so everybody should see you in the light of your experience. Why? I've asked this question. Why is it that lots of people always paint, like they always dwell on the negatives that happened in their lives and not the positives? Like, why? Sometimes, yeah, it's a good thing to reflect on the negatives, but let's not forget that the positive things do happen in our lives as well. And sometimes the positives can outweigh the negatives. Hence the reason why you don't have to constantly dwell on one bad situation or one bad event that happened in your life, or some bad events that happened. I don't know anybody who would say, oh, it's only bad things or negative things that happened to their life. Like, come on. It don't make sense. Honestly, it don't. And I think at this point, Harry just needs to grow up and be a big boy. I mean, lots of people missed that side of him, the big boy, the adult Harry, up until now. That's nobody is unrecognizable at this point. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment down below. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love you to share that. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.